Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve Cambridge GCSE Mathematics Paper 3 Core Variant 3-2 May-June 2021. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and if I help you, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let's start. Question number 1. Alex is building a house. The materials cost 1.5 times the cost of the land. The wages cost 1/4 times the cost of the land. Show that the ratio of cost in its simplest form is land, materials, and wages is 4:6:5. So let's write land, materials, and wages. Land is 1, material is 1.5 times, so it is 1.5, or shall we write it as an improper fraction? When you put in the calculator, I hope you know how to write the fraction. Many children write it wrong. So write shift, then press the fraction button. You will get 3 boxes, 1, 1.5. This will give you 3/2. If you put in the fraction box directly, many children do this, 1/2, and then put the 1 here. Your answer is going to be 1/2, which is wrong. So this is 3/2, and the wages when you put will give you 5/4. For a ratio question like that, you need to have all the denominators same. The highest number is 4. So the other two denominator, we will have to change it to 4. Multiply by 2. To multiply by 2 is 4, and the same you do in the numerator. Here, if we don't have any number, it means it's a 1. And then we multiply by 4. Same on the top. Now we are going to get 4, just the numerator, and 3 times 2 is going to be 6 and 5. So this is the ratio, and we have proved what they wanted us to do. Next, the wages cost $47,500. Show that the total cost of land, materials, and wages is $142,500. There are 2 ways to solve this. One is a short way, and if you don't understand it, then the long way. We have been given the wages cost, which is 47,500. What is the ratio of wages? 5. So we write 47,500 and we divide by 5. This answer that we get, which is 9,500, you multiply with all the ratio combined together. So it is 4 plus 6 plus 5. And this will give you 142,500. So this is one way of solving it. The other way will be that you find the cost of the land and the material separately and then add it all together to show that the answer is 142,500. Part C, work out the cost of the land. So here we have to find the cost of the land. The ratio of our land was 4. So 4 over the total, which was 15. We had the parts 4, 6, and 5. The total cost was 142,500. So multiply by it, and that will give you the answer. That is 38,000. Same way, the materials part was 6 over the total, which is 15, multiplied by 500. Let's see what we get here. We will get 57,000. Now moving to the next part of the question. Alex borrows 28,000 for 6 years at a rate of 5.5% per year compound interest. Calculate the amount he repays at the end of the 6 years. Give your answer correct to the nearest dollar. This is a formula to find compound interest. We need the principal, which is the starting amount that we have, $28,000. Then we need the rate of interest, which is R, 5.5%, and years in numbers. So N is our years, 6. We just have to put all of this in the formula that we have. So amount is equal to principal 1 plus 5.5 over 100 to the power of n, the number of years. Put the whole thing in the calculator. We get the answer 38,607.59. We have to round it to the nearest dollar, which is here. If 5 or more, you add 1 to the previous number. So we get $38,608. This is a very easy question. It comes quite often. You just need to know your formula. So please memorize this. Next, when Alex sells the house, he makes a profit of 27% on 142,500. Calculate the selling price of the house. To find the new price after you make a profit, there's a formula that you can use. This is for anything, not only for selling price. After there's a percentage increase, whatever is your original value, we have 142,500. We multiply it by the percentage increase. To find the percentage increase, we write 100 plus the percentage increase, profit means increase, and divide it by 100. You will get 1.27. Just put this in the calculator and you will get your answer. It is $180,975. Just for information. Now, suppose that you wanted to find decrease. Then also you are going to do this, use the same rule. Original value multiplied by the decrease percentage. For decrease, instead of a plus, we put a minus. That's it, and you will get your answer. So just keep it in mind. Question number 2. The diagram shows 4 polygons on a 1 square centimeter grid. Write down the mathematical name of the shaded polygon. This polygon has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon. Next, find the area of the shaded polygon. Here, we can count the number of squares. We don't need to use any rule. We know that each square is 1 square centimeter. So we just count the number of squares. The full squares are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then these two together will become 8. These two will become 9. This will become 10. These two 11 and these two 12. So you just have to count the number of squares, join them together to make a complete square. So the answer is 12 square centimeter. Part C. Describe fully the single transformation that maps the shaded polygon onto polygon A. This is a simple case of translation. This shape has shifted on the right hand side and up. Take any one point. We will take this point and see how it shifted and reached here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It went 7 on the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So this is a translation. When there's just a shift, it's a translation. The top is the X and the down is the Y. If it moves to the right, then your X is positive. If the point moves up, then your Y is positive. So it's going to be 7, 4. C2, the shaded polygon onto polygon B. So this polygon onto polygon B. You need to have a tracing paper. It's difficult to explain rotation like that. It becomes complicated. It's much easier using a tracing paper. Draw your shape, this shape, and on the tracing paper draw lines like that and rotate it and see after how many rotation does it come here. Because the sizes are same, it's not translation, it has just shifted the shape, so it's rotation. And you need to write three things. It is rotation, the center is 0 0. Normally for core paper the center is 0 0, and it is rotated 2 times to reach this shape B. So 180 degrees. Whenever it is 180 degrees, you don't need to write clockwise or anti-clockwise, but otherwise you need to always write whether it is clockwise or not. Next, the shaded polygon onto polygon C. Now the sizes are different. It means it is enlargement. Even if you don't know all the steps, write what you know. The first is enlargement. Choose any one side and see how it has been enlarged. I will choose a straight line. This is one line and this is 2. So it was 2, now it became 1. It means it was divided by 2. So your scale factor is, divide by 2 means divide by half. So the scale factor is half. What else do we need? We need to find the center. To find the center, we will have to join the vertices together. We will join these two vertices first, and then we will join the straight one. We don't need to join all the 5 vertices. If even 2 points they meet at one place, so they are both intersecting, both the lines are intersecting when your x is 4 and y is 2. So that is your center. 4, 2. Part D. On the grid, draw the image of the shaded polygon after a reflection in the line y is equal to 0. Where is y equal to 0? Y is equal to 0 on the x-axis. So this shape, we have to reflect it here. It's easy. You just count the number of squares from each point. I'll use this point. So there's 2 down, and then this one is 4 up. So it will go 4 down. Join them together. You can either draw all the points or just make your own diagram. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I go 6 points down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is a straight line 2. So I just made it 2. This point is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Reflection is usually very easy. So this is our answer to question number D. Question number 3. Pierre travels from his home in Lyon to Singapore. He travels by train from Lyon to Paris. The train leaves at 9:05 a.m. and arrives in Paris at 1:30 p.m. Write 1:30 p.m. in the 24-hour clock system. So we have 12, you know that, right, in the afternoon, and then it becomes 1. So what do? You just add 13 and you have 1:30. So 13:30 is the answer. Work out in hours and minutes the time the train journey takes. So he reaches Paris at 13:30 and the train leaves Lyon at 9:05. You want to find the difference between the two times. There's a very easy way that we can do this in the calculator. I'll show that to you. Calculator, First you write 13 and then press this button. Then write 30, press the button again, then put 0, press the button because seconds are not there. And then you minus 9 because it's 9:05, press the button again, 05, press the button, put a 0, press the button, and your answer is 4 hours 25 minutes. Practice a couple of questions using this method. It gives you accurate answer and it's very easy. Part B. He then travels by plane from Paris to Singapore. The plane leaves Paris at 16:35 on Thursday and arrives in Singapore 13 hours and 45 minutes later. The local time in Singapore is 6 hours ahead of the local time in Paris. Work out the day and time in Singapore when the plane arrives. So the first thing what we can do is find when it reaches Singapore according to the Paris time and then change it to Singapore time. For this question also we can use the calculator and a bit of common sense. We have 16:35, so we write 16, we press the button, 35, the same thing we did before, but now we are going to add 13 hours and 45 minutes, and remember to put there's a 0 also, your 0 this sign. That gave you 30:20. Now, how are you going to write this? You're going to write 16:35 plus 13:45 gave you 30:20. It's more than 24, so 1 hour, you will have to minus the 1 day, which is 24, and you will get 6:20. So they reach, according to Paris time, they reach Singapore at 6:20 a.m. on Friday. Now we have to change it to the local time in Singapore, which is 6 hours ahead. So according to Singapore time, you just add to 6:20 6 hours and you will get 12:20. So the day is Friday and the time is 12:20. To find the solution to the next question, we will need to know the distance and speed formula. The distance from Paris to Singapore is 10,736 kilometers. Work out the average speed of the plane. I'm sure everybody knows the triangle. Distance, speed and time. So to find the speed, we need distance over time. Distance is 10,736 and your time is 13 hours and 45 minutes. This you need to change it into hours, the minutes into hours. Whenever you want to change minutes to hours, you divide by 60. So 45 divided by 60 will give you 0.75. Add it to the 13 hours and we'll get 13.75. This will give us, 780.8 kilometer per hour. This is one way. Now we could have done this in the calculator also. The same way. Just put in the calculator 1345 and you will get the answer as 55/4. Press this button to change it into decimal, and when you do that, 55/4 will turn into 13.75. Let's move on to the next question. Pierre buys a watch for 400 Singapore dollars. The exchange rate is 1 Singapore dollar is equal to 0.658 euros. Work out the cost of the watch in euros. Very, very easy question. This is the Singapore dollar and this is the euros. 1 Singapore dollar is equal to 0.658 euros and 400 Singapore dollars is equal to how many euros? We just cross multiply. 1 multiplied by x is going to be x and 400 multiplied by 0.658 will give us 263.20 as our answer. Next, Pierre stays at a hotel in Singapore for 5 nights. The cost per night of the room is 170. His total hotel bill is 975.40. Calculate how much Pierre spends on other items. So first, let us find what is the cost of the hotel room. 1 night is 170 multiplied by 5 nights. We will get 850. And he has spent 975.40. So from that we subtract 850, we will get 125.4. Because it is money, remember to put a 0. So that's our answer. And this brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope I've helped you. Please remember to share and like the video. For question number 4 onwards, watch part 2. Thank you for watching.